Alright, very quickly, this is going to be an update on Jaden. He had an eye doctor's appointment yesterday. I'm just going to quickly tell you how that's gone, because he's in the other room and he's just being very energetic, let's say. So I gotta hurry up and get this done. They kind of just looked at his eyes, kind of held, closed one and had him track toys, and then closed the other track toys. And they didn't fully reevaluate his eyes like I thought they were going to. They didn't dilate his pupils and really look at them that closely. But based on the tracking that he did and the observations from the specialist, she said that we can go ahead and discontinue trying to get him to patch his eye, discontinue the eye drops, because they're just not working. They're not that effective. He won't keep the eye patch on, for one. And for two, the eye drops are a waste of time because they're not blurring his vision enough for his brain to use his other eye. So it's kind of a waste of time. Because no matter how hard we tried, even if he kept the patch on every single day, it probably wouldn't help his vision that much anyways. Simply because the optic nerve in his right eye is so small that you can't fix an optic nerve. So he's just never going to have good vision in that eye. So our efforts are useless pretty much. So we're going to discontinue trying to strengthen the eyesight in that eye. And which, you know, it's fine. I mean, he sees perfectly fine with just his one eye. I mean, that's the only eye he's ever had that really works. So it's not like he's losing vision or anything like that. It's all he's ever known. And I mean, playing with him, looking at him, doing activities with him, reading with him, all those types of things, you would never ever be able to guess that he pretty much has no vision in that other eye. You just can't tell. And you know, he's fine with that. So, I mean, I don't know how his peripheral vision on the one side, how that's going to affect him playing sports in the future. But that's just something we're going to have to, you know, we're just going to have to cross that bridge when we get there. And just see how he does. So, that's that. We go back in 4 months to have his eyes formally assessed again. And she's like, he's kind of getting at the age where if you practice with him with these images, he's kind of getting at the point where we can try to really see what his vision is. She's like, we do that by the letters of H, O, V, and T. With those letters, if you practice those, you know, do flashcards, practice those letters, when you come in next time in 4 months, we should be able to kind of get a better sense of his vision if he chooses to cooperate, because who knows what 3-year-olds are, he's going to be 3 then, who knows what 3-year-olds are going to do, if they're going to perform for you or not. But I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I think he could totally do that. I think that if you wanted to give him the test today, he could do that. Simply because Jaden knows all of his letters. He knows how to identify all of his letters. And he knows most of the letter sounds. So, we're not even going to have to, like, help him memorize those letters because he already knows all of his letters. And she gave us a sheet to practice off of. And I pointed at all the letters and asked him, you know, what's this letter? He knew all of them. So, that shouldn't be a problem. The problem is going to be, you know, if we can get him to perform for the eye doctor when we go back, because he's never very cooperative when we're there. So we have that appointment in 4 months, and when we were down there, we also got some blood drawn for the endocrinologist, because we live a good hour away from the hospital that he goes to all of his stuff for. He goes there for his endocrinologist stuff, and he goes there for his eye stuff. So every time we have an appointment, it's an hour drive, so it's not fun. So they scheduled his blood draw where it was the same day, so we only had to make one trip. So the blood draw was for the endocrinologist, and that was to check all of his levels, his growth hormone levels, I guess, and his thyroid levels, to see if he has the right dosage of medicine, to see if his levels are where they should be with him on the growth hormone injections, and the thyroid pill. So we got blood drawn for that. I have no idea when we'll get the results for that. And he goes back to the endocrinologist in January, like January 5th. So we'll go there for a follow-up for that. So that's his quick update, and he's doing great. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.